so it's, Halloween, innit? Obviously.
What did you do for Halloween back in the day, like when you was a kid?
Bobbing apples. It's like apple bobbing. It's good, wasn't it? It's easy.
Apple bobbing?
Apple. Oh, Christ's sake.
I've heard of it, but I can't think what it is.
But you basically got a washing up bowl full of water and you put the apples in and then you got to get the apple with your hands.
Oh, okay. You didn't go and egg people.
Oh, yeah. Done that.
Before it loses me, did you join the gym?
I haven't had a chance to get there this week, right? And I can't
Why, though?
Payment problems where I couldn't set it up and all that. So, like, next week or tonight, I'm going to do it, all right?
No, last week.
I'm going to set up for the gym tonight.
Because I'm going to ask you every time. We're going to do a join the gym campaign for Pete.
Right, news of the week. This week we have a report from Daily Mail about the growing dangers of asbestos in UK schools, which could lead to a tsunami of deaths. The report reveals that since 1980, over 1,400 teachers and staff and 12,600 pupils have already died from mesothelioma, a deadly cancer caused by asbestos exposure. The numbers are expected to rise dramatically in the next 20 to 60 years, potentially leading to hundreds of thousands more deaths. What workwear are you wearing at the moment? What workwear? What is the best workwear out there? Because there's so much of it out there at the moment, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? All the trousers with your Ulster pockets, you got your Snickers, you got your Dickies, your...
I always used to wear just jeans.
Oh.
Black jeans from Primark.
Oh, dear.
Hello, welcome to
Off the Job!
Overtime, where there's banter and your stories shared. Please be warned, there may be some general explicit content. Welcome back to another Overtime show. It is our Halloween special. This week is Halloween and Pete's hand just fell over.
Sorry, I was trying to turn it on to silent.
Oh, there's always one
Oh,
in there.
I thought that was some music, like some
Yeah, I thought
spooky
it was like
Halloween
Halloween
music that
music.
she put on or something. Like that.
Can you leave your hand alone? Did you have to touch it?
I wanted to move the mic closer because it wasn't close
Just
enough.
hold the hand.
Yeah, welcome back to our Halloween edition. I'm with Pete and his strong hand.
Yep.
How you doing, mate?
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm really good. Thanks very much. Yeah.
How was your weekend?
I went to a nice, controversial, right? Because people don't like animals in captivity. Well, I went to a zoo, all right? Sorry about that for all the people saying,
you don't need, you always assume that people
I assume, because that's what it all is. You
Always
ever see
assume.
anything, right? Anyone online, right? They take somebody to a zoo. All the comments are poor animals in captivity, poor animals, and I think to myself, well, they're not being like, it's quite an easy life they've got in there, isn't it? They ain't got to catch their food, have they? They get it given to them. You know what I mean?
If they was born there, don't know any different.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
But if they're taken out the wild, then
They're taken out of the wild. It's not very good, is it? You know what I mean? But, the kids love the zoos. They love the animals. They love to learn about the animals, don't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I went
some
to
of
that
the monkeys
safari.
did look sad. I will. So, unless that was a reflection of me in the glass. But some of them did look sad. But
Like you said, there's both sides, isn't it?
both sides to it.
I've got a story to share.
Oh, have you? Go on then. No, I like scaring stories.
No, because you have heard it.
Is it you
so don't
getting
say
naked, is it?
Oh, no, you know about it.
Oh, right, go on then.
Before I say it, I never knew it was I knew it was an actual thing, but I never knew what it was. And to be honest, I haven't been checked to know exactly what it is. You know what it is.
Right.
And yeah, and it's one of those things you hear when you're young and you get the piss taken out of you if you've got it.
Right.
So last week we well, let me tell you when it happened, then I can say why it happened, why I think it's happened. So I was in the shower. I went to Birmingham last week. I was in the shower cleaning my bum, and I felt something.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I was like, what? I was like, that has not been there before. I was like, what is that? So I come out the shower. I was like, how can I take a photo of my bumhole? Like, so I could see this. I was literally...
So glad I was not sharing a room with him this week.
I put the phone on the floor and I was just hovering over the
Just do the
phone.
10-second
I
thing.
done the timer,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
And I looked and I had some like lump on my bum. I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
And I think I found out
It's a little balloon knot.
it might be piles.
Yeah.
I've never actually looked at that before.
Yeah.
And I thought, how the hell does that happen? Because you said it can be either you strain too hard, but I didn't strain because it just falls
You
out.
can get it through lifting heavy objects and
And
stuff.
then I thought, We picked up a piano last week and it's bloody heavy. I reckon lifting that piano into my house has caused me to have piles.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Heavy goes, like these stories just get
You won't be
worse
able
and
to sit down
worse.
on the piano stool and play it, will you?
I haven't rang the doctors yet, so...
Oh, have you not? Just
No.
push them back up. Get your finger. Stick it up. Push them up.
I think it's getting smaller. I haven't checked.
Yeah, you just push it back up. It's only dark blood vessels, isn't it? I mean, it's hemorrhoids. I know piles are sort of like hemorrhoids, but it's when you got hemorrhoids, when they're fucking great things hanging out your arsehole like grapes, that's when you got a problem. You've got a little
I just
pile.
don't... Like, if it's when you lift heavy, like, why wouldn't you do a deadlift at the gym and just get piles?
You probably do.
I probably set it off now. Every time I lift something heavy, I get
But,
piles.
but you don't lift. When you're at the gym, you don't lift. You lift strict, don't you? When you're carrying a piano up the fucking stairs, it's up, do you know what I mean? It's a bit different, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? That's not an exercise at the gym. Right, but piano time, do you know what I mean? It's just different, isn't it?
Yeah, so I best bring the doctors later.
Yeah.
Might need some cream or something.
Need some cream, pile cream.
Yeah.
Just get Lydia to rub that on.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Yes, random. Innit? I thought
I thought we were open here. We share everything.
for a minute. I thought he was going to say I had ringworm, but like being at a hotel with
No, Lyd thought
towels.
that last year. I come home and again we didn't actually think what it was. I had a mark on my arm.
I thought I had it the other week. But I ain't. It's just an
She
old
was
scar.
like, "That's ringworm." She's like, "I know ringworm when I see it because I work around kids." I was like, "Shit!" And it didn't. It took till the next day that we'd just done paintballing.
Ah.
And it was just a mark from the paintball.
Oh,
It weren't
right.
ringworm.
Oh God! So that would have just rung straight away with me as soon as she said you've got ringworm.
she
and I
was
said I've
like-
been paintball yesterday.
She was very certain.
Or did you just forget that you've
She was
been
very
paintball?
certain, and the funny thing is, she actually put cream on it that evening because she thought I had ringworm. I make myself look better every week. you know.
Yeah, I mean, so it's Halloween, innit? Obviously. Huh?
What did you do for Halloween back in the day, like when you was a kid?
Bobbing apples. It's like apple bobbing. Good, wasn't it? It's easy.
Apple bobbing.
Apple. Oh, Christ's sake!
I've heard of it, but I can't think what it is.
But you basically got a washing up bowl full of water, and you put the apples in, and then you got to get the apple with your hands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
So you didn't go and egg people.
Oh yeah, done that. Yeah, we egged people.
You
Didn't we
can't-
talk about this the other week? I think we did, didn't we?
I think it was more about what we done as a child, wasn't it?
Yeah, but at Halloween there was a lot of egging. You know, Halloween you was always guaranteed a police chase on my estate.
Halloween, you can't just go to the shop and buy some eggs as a young kid.
Yeah, I
can
know.
you?
Flour, eggs, yeah. And so the other thing was fireworks, wasn't it? You know what I mean? Fireworks.
Do you think Halloween? I don't have kids, so I don't really see it anymore. But is it dying out, going trick or treating, or is it still a thing?
No, it's still a thing. It's massive.
Is
Trick
it?
or treat is massive. It's bigger than what it used to be before, right? So I'd take my kids out on Halloween, right? And all the estates always do something. And there's hundreds of people walking around with loads of kids. It's got bigger. If anything, it's got bigger. It ain't dying out. When I was younger, it was crap, right? You'd go out like with your mates. And nobody wanted to, because everyone thought they was going to get tricked. Nobody gets tricked anymore. Kids just go out, don't they? Little kids go out. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone's got sweets around the estate, a bucket of sweets. They go, oh yeah, do you know what I mean? Like the old days, we used to go out when we were 15, still trick or treating, wanting cash.
Just put
Come
a
on.
mask on so they can't see you.
Trick or treat. It was basically begging, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean?
The sweets, yeah. So you ain't got to buy them off the ice cream.
Yeah,
Man.
but in the old days, some people used to take it far too far with the tricks that they used to do, didn't they? And especially with it being around firework night, you know what I mean?
I thought of a good thing here, you know, because kids go out straight after school normally, didn't they? Before it gets started, I thought we could put a sign up at the entrance saying "trick or treat this way" and just give.
You're trying to
sweets
lure
to
kids back here. What's wrong with you?
I hate trick or treating.
What do
You
do?
hate it.
I hate the concept of it.
Why?
We teach our kids, right, to not accept sweets from strangers.
Right.
Yeah, but one night a year is perfectly acceptable to march your kids.
Oh,
onto
listen,
people's
as long as you're with an adult,
Yeah.
all right? It's under
just-
controlled circumstances, as long as it's not by the old haunted cottage down the end of the lane on its own with some freaky bloke in there, you know what I mean? We're not going down there, yeah? But like going round an estate where it is a thing and everyone goes, right, tonight, what we're going to do, everyone who's got a pumpkin on their doorstep is welcoming of the Halloween tradition, and they're not weirdos, they're just got some sweets for the kids to share.
As long as you make
know
your
what I
kids are
mean?
aware.
It's more now. It used to be probably like that, but it's more now that it's like a organised tradition of like an estate or housing, like you know.
I don't think we should lose it because it'd be another thing we lose, wouldn't it? Another part. Do they do it in other countries?
Yeah.
How do we
But
trick
I
or
think
treat?
I'm
American
also
art.
a little bit like biased on it as well because where I live, it's a little rough. So if you don't answer your door, one year we didn't answer our door to trick or treaters. They threw bricks for our front door windows.
They threw bricks.
Yeah, they smashed in.
What year was that?
That's when you got the older kids.
I mean, you're talking about South London, love. You know what I mean?
If you've got young kids.
We're talking about nice.
I just hate Halloween.
If you've
because
got young
I just find
kids,
it a little bit hypocritical.
You've had a bad experience with it,
And
so.
and essentially, again, it is like begging.
Well, yeah, I know, but you know, it's just.
But that's just my opinion.
It's sort of like in America, it's massive, isn't it? It's like huge in America, Halloween, like huge. But that's what it's getting like around, like some of the housing complexes and that in this country now. It's nice. I think it's nice.
Do you answer the door? Or do you not answer?
No, I live in the spooky corner. I am that old man. I don't,
With a pile of
no,
sweets.
we don't put a pumpkin
You
out
keep
here,
them in
mate.
your van.
Yeah, get up your bloody own end. Not having it. But yeah, no. It's just,
I ain't been to like a bonfire night in years.
no.
Have you been to a bonfire night?
I haven't been to a bonfire night in years.
Do they even do that? Where they have the massive,
yeah.
massive fire?
Yeah, they still
with Guy
do that.
Fawkes on it.
I think the little villages do.
I think the whole concept of firework night has been a bit weird though over the years, that we actually celebrate terrorism, and because that's essentially what it was. Guy Fawkes wanted to blow up the Houses of Parliament. I'm sure if in today's society somebody went out and done that, we wouldn't be celebrating the fact that he'd failed that in like 150 years' time, would we? You know, wouldn't happen.
So are we celebrating? Because obviously we burn him, don't we?
Yeah,
So
we burn
are
him, yeah.
Are we celebrating his attempt or are we celebrating his failure?
I would say that we're celebrating whichever way you're on the left or the right is how you look at it. And you can tell what side I was on, basically, by what I said.
I don't care. I love bonfire nights because you go with your family and then you get the jack potato.
Yeah.
The jack potato around the bonfire.
You know what I like, right? This is what I like about it after bonfire night, right? On November the 6th, right, what you want to do, right, you get a couple of like rockets, right, go to your garden, set them off, right, and then go to the Nosy Neighbour page on Facebook, right? It is fucking brilliant. My dog! They should ban fireworks. People still doing fireworks on November the 6th. Firework night was yesterday. Yeah, have a couple more air bomb repeaters, you fuckers! We never had this in the old days. We never had this in the old days with dogs. In the 80s and the 90s, yeah, dogs could go out on their own, yeah? Fucking go out, play football with some of the kids, fuck their game up, come back, eat dinner, shit on the lawn, do you know what I mean? Go to bed. Nobody was worried about their dog being... I'll tell you who it was. It was fucking Goldie from Blue Peter that fucked that up. All Blue Peter badges and all that going, on firework night, your animals are so scared. Fucking ain't right. Just condition them for it, right? Month before firework night. Pots and pans, start banging them about. Pop, 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 right? That's what we do. Condition them. That's what we did with my dog, yeah? And do you know what? He's never so much as flinched at a fucking Catherine wheel or
People
fucking
watching us must
rocket.
think, where does Pete look? Where is
Do you
Pete
know what I mean?
looking? He's not looking.
Oh, don't. He is a gun dog, to be fair. So it is bred into him, I suppose. But, you know, right, dogs, mate, like, they live in the wild, don't they? You know what I mean? They've got to be used to this sort of...
I had a staffy who would be okay sitting in the garden and he used to love watching him in the garden.
Yeah.
You bring him in the house, it's like he's having a heart attack.
Oh, right, yeah.
So we used to have to get the drugs from the vets to knock him out.
Did you?
Yeah, because he was so bad. He was terrible. Like, he was awful. He was really a nightmare to deal with on firework night.
Did you condition him with pots and pans? No, you didn't. So, there you go. If you'd have done that, you wouldn't have had the problems.
Did you have the dog from a young age?
Yeah, from pup.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, we rescued him.
That's what I mean. It's a rescue
Yeah.
dog, so he's had issues
Yeah,
probably in the
yeah.
past.
He was a rescue pup.
Yeah, so he's probably been hit and stuff like that,
But
so he's probably
we had
scared.
him from maybe a year old.
Mm.
Even
Yeah, so a
younger.
lot of the dogs that are scared, it's past trauma. It's like humans, isn't it? It's
Yeah, well,
no different.
But yeah, when he was outside seeing him, he'd sit out there whacking his tail and be fine with it. But as soon as you bring him into the house, oh God, it's like the world's ending.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's weird because I suppose you're going into their property and they feel like it's maybe being attacked by something. I don't know. They feel threatened in their own environment, maybe. I don't know. I'm not taking it back. Get them out on November the 6th. Set up. No, don't do it. No.
Oh, quick
Cruelty
question
to
before-
animals, don't do it. I love dogs.
Quick
right?
question before it loses
And
me.
rabbits. Yeah. What?
Before it loses me, did you join the gym?
I haven't had a chance to get there this week, right? And I can't
Why, though?
payment problems where I couldn't set it up and all that. So like next week or tonight, I'm gonna do it. All right?
No, last week.
I'm gonna set up. I'm gonna set up for the gym tonight.
Because I'm going to ask you every time.
Go on then, do it. You know, if that gets a couple more seconds out of the episode. Why not, eh?
We're going to do a join the gym campaign for Pete.
All right, I'm gonna join the gym. All right. I mean, it's not really. If
And
I was
cut out
you,
the food. You just said
personally,
just
I had
put
a Mars bar. A Mars a day helps you work, rest, and play. For
If we eat
fuck's
chocolate
sake.
every day, I think that's bad.
What do you mean?
Nothing
I didn't
against
eat
it,
it
but-
every day. I didn't have any yesterday.
But that's
I
their
had a whole
life
pocket.
choice.
I had a whole packet of Pringles. Huh?
If they want to eat chocolate every day, that's their life.
Yeah, it is their choice, but like it's
Nothing to do with anyone else.
No,
You're creating
that's right.
your own healthy-
Yeah, high five, Abby. Yeah, she eats chocolate every
Yeah,
day.
but
See, so she's
I'm
not.
more looking
you know.
out for people just creating their own health issues.
Oh right, listen.
That's their problem.
My nan used to eat chocolate every day. And do you know how old she lived till? Yeah, 57.
But then we were speaking about the
right?
hospitals.
That has nothing to do with the chocolate.
Then
Right?
we were speaking about filling up the hospital. When did we speak about this?
Filling up the hospitals.
Last week.
Yeah, probably.
Who was we talking with?
I don't know. I can't remember.
That's what you're saying. People creating health issues. This is not against anyone, but the more health issues we have, the fuller the hospital.
Well, maybe have a look at the government then. All right, telling us what we, telling
why
us
you
not
got-
to smoke. Stop producing cigarettes.
don't listen to them. Knowledge, just make it.
Stop producing it. Stop producing all the processed foods. Start
You don't
giving
have
us
to eat
clean
it.
food.
You don't have to eat it.
Huh?
You don't have
It's
to
more
eat it.
affordable.
Huh?
It's more
More
affordable.
affordable.
They make it more affordable.
You can
They
eat
make it
healthy,
easier.
affordable.
You can't.
It's more time. People don't have the time to cook clean food.
Yeah, because we've got to
it's
scroll for
quick and
crying out
easy
loud.
to-
We need time to scroll, Keiran.
It's quick and easy to put something in the oven.
Yes.
You can eat cheap, like healthy, cheap.
I'll tell you what, she made a lovely vegetable casserole the other night with a bit of beef in it. That was lovely. I like this time of year where you get all them types of food in it, you know, slow cooker. I don't water them out.
Doing like veg, rice, and chicken is not expensive.
Rice is bad for you, Keiran. Stop
Well,
keep saying
whatever.
that rice is good. It's terrible. You think you're
It's
some sort
better
of
than
health
chips
guru.
from
You don't
McDonald's.
even know that rice is
It's better
terribly
than
bad
chips
for
than
you.
McDonald's.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, prove it.
Huh?
Prove it.
Prove it.
Prove
okay.
it.
I will
Show me
after
your
this.
scientific evidence, your
I will.
factuals on what's healthier, chips or rice.
Shit.
I think you're going to be very surprised at
Life
that.
is too short for bland food.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Abby. Just live, right?
No, but
Nobody
it's when,
worried about
it's
this
when
in the
you're
old
older.
days, did
It's
they?
when you're older and you have the health problem. You can be healthy and still have health
Listen.
problems. I'm not saying that, but it's a way of preventing it.
Listen, we're all going to die, all right? We're all
If
going to
that's how you
die.
wanna live, it's
We
your
can't
choice.
stop how we're going to die, all right? It's written in the beginnings of you. Do you know what I mean? Right, you're going to die one way or another. How you die
You
is.
can help prevent it.
Do you know what I mean? Right, all right. Let's stop fucking having buses so people don't get run over by them. That would
You can't
prevent
say
it.
that.
Yeah. Let's stop crossing the
can't say
road.
that.
Huh?
Anything in your control.
Anything
you
you'll
can prevent.
control. Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, you
That's
know.
out of
You
your
can
control.
enjoy food, but it's just all in moderation.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
it's
As long
balance,
as you're
yeah.
still having your veg.
And that's
fruit
all I
and
said. Eating chocolate every day is not good. It's balance. If you do it like once or twice, and it's just
Two
better
squares
for
a day.
It's
is
Monday.
Fine.
I've had
2
one.
squares of chocolate a day is fine.
Listen. I've had. Abby's obviously
but
on the
many
2 square plan.
Many people
I've
don't
had-
do that.
I've
Have
had
it with
one
my porridge.
chocolate bar today. One. It's Monday. I've had one chocolate bar. That's all I've had. Right. And now you're condemning me into being some sort of unhealthy
Again-
freak.
Yeah, but I bet you go into. I don't know. I'm not someone that eats healthy every day, by the way. I still have stuff. I'm just.
Oh, I had a lovely roast dinner yesterday. Roast chicken.
What did you have for dessert?
Sprouts. Didn't have dessert. Sprouts. I did have a walnut cake, but I never ate it. She said, "Do you want some of this walnut cake you bought at the old garden centre?" I said, "No." I said, "I'm going to be healthy."
Because
I
I have a
cracked
sweet
open a
tooth, so I
Stella.
struggle.
I'm surprised the tin of biscuits are still upstairs.
I Oh, I won something, didn't I?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but I've
won.
only come in today.
What did you win?
Yeah.
He won 2 tins of 3 packs of 3 tins of biscuits.
Oh, let's have one. A
That's what I'm
biscuit.
saying. I'm surprised they're not here in the studio.
I forgot about them.
We'll eat them after.
Nah, because if I took it home, I'd just eat it all. Like I say, I've got a sweet tooth, so if when I start, I can't stop.
What's your favourite film then? Let's
Like
get on.
Maltesers.
What's your favourite horror film?
Yeah,
I don't know why we bother asking him.
My favourite horror film?
Why are we asking him?
Yeah, I've got one.
What?
Matilda.
Why is it a horror film?
Eh?
Why is it a horror? Why
Because
do you...
Miss Trunchbull's scary.
Did she used to give you nightmares?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why he wants his kids to be home.
When she made that kid eat that chocolate cake.
Yeah.
That actually...
Brucey.
Yeah, that was a bit of a traumatic scene, actually. That did put me off chocolate cake for a while.
Now, what is the worst horror film out there?
There's the Poltergeist movies, right?
Oh, them sort of movies.
I said about the film I watched last week on last week's episode.
yeah.
That
What was that
probably
one that
most
got
traumatic.
banned?
Exorcist.
Like the yeah, was that banned?
Exorcist. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I never watched it.
I did. I think. Did I watch it all?
Do you want to speak into the mic?
Did I watch it all? The Exorcist. I can't remember. Poltergeist was scary though, and there was always that little weird old bloke, like the preacher type guy, wasn't he? Did anyone see the Poltergeist?
I don't think Pete likes me because he never looks at me. He's always looking that way.
And he wears this black
I swear
hat,
we're meant
right?
to have the conversation. You just constantly look at Robbie.
And he comes
him?
and he comes in, yeah. And he comes in, right? All right, I'm looking at you now, jealous, right? So he comes in, the Poltergeist preacher guy, and he comes onto the doorstep and he goes, "You're all gonna die!" Like that. I thought that was horrendously scary. You never see Poltergeist. Watch it. You and Lydia might really
I don't
poo
like
your
horror
pants.
films.
Yeah, Final Destination films. Yeah, I love them. Have you seen them? Final Destination. That's well good.
I
isn't it?
always remember the one going up on the plane
I like
and
them.
it blows up.
That's Final Destination, isn't it? Right, news of the week. This week we have a report from Daily Mail about the growing dangers of asbestos in UK schools, which could lead to a tsunami of deaths. The report reveals that since 1980, over 1,400 teachers and staff and 12,600 pupils have already died from mesothelioma, a deadly, I don't know if I pronounced that right, a deadly cancer caused by asbestos exposure. The numbers are expected to rise dramatically in the next 20 to 60 years, potentially leading to hundreds of thousands more deaths. Many UK schools built in the 60s contain asbestos, which becomes a serious risk that these buildings deteriorate. The Daily Mail is calling for the removal of asbestos from all public buildings, starting with schools and hospitals. The campaign also demands the creation of a national online database to track all non-domestic buildings containing asbestos. The government's current policy to leave asbestos undisturbed unless it poses an immediate risk, but experts warn that this approach is not enough. Asbestos fibres can be disturbed without being noticed, putting pupils and staff in danger. The Joint Union Asbestos Committee, JUAC, report highlights that many deaths are the result of ineffective asbestos regulations and cost-cutting culture. Legal action is now being taken against the government to ensure schools become asbestos-free.
The mad thing about that is
We've known about it for
that
years.
pupils are not even touching it, and all the tradesmen that are actual
Mate,
touching it.
Listen, asbestos, right, let me say now, from my point of view, right, is how your body reacts to it, right? And nobody knows how your body's going to react to it. There are people who've worked with asbestos for years and years and years who have not been affected by
Do you
it.
think some people can digest it and shit it out, and then some of us can't? And it stays in there because of
No,
cancer.
you can't shit. If you ate asbestos, it wouldn't kill you.
Over time, could it?
Could do, suppose. Don't know. But my thing is, it's like smoking, innit? And we know smoking kills people, but it doesn't kill everyone, does it? Like, it doesn't kill everybody who smokes. Everybody who smokes doesn't necessarily die of smoking-related diseases. Same with asbestos. I've known people who are slapping on asbestos, mixing it up in barrels and putting it on, cutting it, etc. Like years ago. They've not died of it, yeah? But some people around them have. You know what I mean? I was in schools in the 80s, yeah, and there was asbestos around us. I mean, I could be one of them statistics.
I think the mad thing is, though, that they're not even working with it. They're just in the
you
school.
know, but this is what I'm saying. This is scaremongering, if you ask me. This is another scaremonger employed to get... It's to create work and get rid of the asbestos. It's work generation in it. Asbestos has been in school for years. We've been bathing in tanks that have been water has been asbestos. I've taken out asbestos over the years. I've hit asbestos flue holes over the years. It's an occupational hazard. Being in a school undisturbed is not going to kill a kid or in 30 or 40 years. Oh, I can't say that technically from a scientific point of view, but everyone we know has been in a school with asbestos.
Did we speak about the buildings that got shut down because how they were built? No, Dartford Theatre was shut down. Did we speak about that?
Yeah, that's
Had to redo
the
their whole
school.
roof, the way it was constructed.
Yeah, some of them have. Yeah, like a lot of the schools. This is what they're going back to. The schools last year they was closing them down because of the concrete was crumbling, wasn't it? Yeah.
So they had to close down Dartford Theatre.
This comes from that. This probably all comes from that. Yeah, this is all probably related. Yeah, the thing is, right? Look at the New York. The World Trade Centers was full of asbestos. Did you see all that dust that went round New York? Yeah, the whole trade center was full of asbestos.
That's apparently why they done that.
I'm glad you said that because the red dot won't be on my head now, will it?
That was from that podcast, wasn't it? He basically said,
yeah. It was that they said on there that it was like a massive insurance job. They couldn't get rid of the asbestos, so what way to get rid of it? Bang, like that. I don't know if that's true, but that's a theory. But that is full of it, and you should have seen the clouds of asbestos. How many asbestos-related deaths have happened in New York since the World Trade Center? Have we a statistic on that, Robbie?
What?
How many asbestos-related deaths have happened in New York since the World Trade Center demise?
can we talk about vaping?
Yeah, what about it? Bad for you, innit?
Has anyone actually looked into it? Because if I was a vapor, I'd probably look into it. Have you actually looked into it?
There's no information out there that's
It's
relevant.
not been going long enough yet.
That says it's.
Do you think people are just assuming? There must be scientific.
Listen, how many
things
chemicals
out
are in a
there.
fag? How many there's thousands of unknown chemicals in a cigarette.
Don't worry about cigarettes. We're talking about vaping.
In a vape, how many chemicals?
We're not
is
trying
there?
to compare if it's worse or
You've got
worse
like,
than cigarettes.
It's
more-
worse for the fact that you don't put them down. Vapes, they're very easy. Yeah.
Do you know what's in a vape?
No, a battery.
See, that's the scary thing. That people do things they don't even know what's in it.
So it
You
says
don't know
here,
what you're putting inside your body.
It says here that it's estimated that 410,000 to 525,000 were exposed to toxic dust. Around 3,000 plus first responders have died after 9/11, and about 1,366 people have died from lung or other related cancers.
Who's to say they weren't smokers?
Abigail, do you know what's in a vape?
A lot of chemicals.
Have you
and
looked
nicotine.
into it?
No.
She don't want to look into it. She smokes. She vapes them. She don't want to know what she's doing to her body. Nor do I.
Robbie, can you Google what's in a vape? I want to know now.
I see where this is going.
See, I know the thing.
I
is,
see where
I'm
this
not-
is
I
going.
I'm
know
not like-
it's bad, but it's an addiction.
Yeah.
He wants to ban vaping at the office.
No, I don't. It's everyone's choice. Like Abigail said, it's everyone's choice what they want to do.
That's it, and it's your choice whether you ban it or not.
Saying
One of
that-
these little breaks in my time.
No, it's just intriguing that.
Glycinol.
The thing is, we've all done it for years. We eat stuff that we don't actually know what's really in it. It's
you
only that-
drink the water out the taps. You don't
I
know
mean,
what's
we're a
in it.
generation that grew up on Lunchables, cheese strings, turkey twizzlers. Like,
Yeah. I grew up on like pork pies and pastry and cornflakes. They reckon that cereals is really bad for you, don't they?
Right.
I grew up on tuna, so my
It
mercury
says-
must be bloody high.
From a quick search, it just says it's typically a mixture of water, food grade flavoring, a choice of nicotine levels, cannabis, which is THC or CBD, propylene glycol,
Yeah,
or
that's what I just
vegetable
said.
glycerin.
That's it.
What cannabis
There's
is in
about
every vape?
there's about four. No, not every vape.
Not
They're
in
just
everyone.
saying the ones that have cannabis in them have got that.
Okay.
There's about
Yeah.
4 or 5 chemicals in a vape as opposed to a cigarette, which probably has over 200.
And all foods have them sort of chemicals, don't it? Flavourings and stuff. So
Yeah. We're just inhaling it into our lungs that wasn't meant to take the food substances. How do you feel about sending your kids to a school that contains asbestos.
You know how I feel about schools.
He ain't sending them to school anyway, do he? He don't give a monkeys, does he? Do you know what I mean? What about you, Robbie? Would you be worried about your kids going to a school that's got asbestos in it?
I don't think it's a concern.
Not really.
This is the thing,
I
isn't
think-
it?
I
It's
think it's-
scaremongering. It's all about job. They're all trying to make work out of it. Do you know what I mean?
They're not that direct contact with it,
No.
so it's all right.
It's like, why do you think they're pushing heat pumps so much? What is the reason behind that?
Because their excuse for like global warming and making a zero carbon footprint.
Do you think so? It's UK can survive off their own sort of energy
No.
rather than importing oil, gas.
Well, we make our own like gas, can we? You still have like still
I don't
have
think we
like
have enough of
coal
it, though.
nuclear stations. We still, I know, we do import gas, yeah, obviously, but I don't know. I just know that gas, nothing will ever replace gas. Nothing's ever going to replace gas as how it burns and what it produces. Nothing will ever match that. And like they're still putting in, guess what, right? They're still putting in new gas mains. They're still putting in new gas mains in places.
Yeah, but I think just they don't have the infrastructure yet, do they, to change everything from gas to electric.
Well,
It's probably just done over time. What did I see? I think they're planning on banning the remake of diesel and petrol cars by like 2030.
okay, so we all got to have electric cars.
So they're not actually going to make them anymore.
What are we going to do?
Have
With
a
these,
quick look at that, Robbie.
what are we going to do with these big batteries?
That's the thing. It's they're still for these batteries for the resources. They're still using child labour in mines to mine the materials for these batteries. So
But you know how these governments work. There's got to be reasons why are they doing this. Like it's
Money,
they have more control over it.
money, and
The plan to ban new diesel and petrol cars was initially set to begin in 2040 by the then Environmental Secretary. The initiative was later brought forward to 2030, but then delayed to 2035.
I might be dead by then. I'm not 2035. Oh no, it's only 10 years, isn't it?
Don't
No,
say
I'm not,
that.
Don't, no. I thought you were
Will
in
you be in your
2040.
will you be in your 50s then?
Yeah,
Bloody hell.
be 55.
You ain't got many grey hairs, have you?
I'm good looking, innit, for a 45-year-old. Look good, don't I? Look damn good, don't I? It's in the water. See, where I drunk, where I live.
Southside.
South side. The water makes us look young, keeps us looking young. There's any comments now. He actually thinks he looks younger than 45. What a prat.
Have you?
Robbie just raised it. Why did you raise your eyebrows?
Did you start watching Big Brother? Yeah.
No, I ain't watching that shit.
No, it's actually quite funny. They done like a government episode.
Oh, they?
So a few of them were like the Parliament, let's say, and I was taking the mick out of the government having a party while everyone's locked down. So basically, people in Parliament in Big Brother were given a party while the other people were on rations.
Oh, do you know what I want to watch? Funnily enough, you say that. I want to watch Boris Johnson interview podcast with
I watched that.
CEO.
Me and Robbie watched it on the way to Birmingham.
Did you like it?
Manchester.
I don't like Boris Johnson.
You don't like
I
him?
think he's just one big giant liar. But
He just
It was nice-
swerves
it
the
was nice to get
questions.
some insight.
Was he swerving the questions?
You don't get as much as what you think you're going to get because
Oh,
they
right.
can't speak about it.
Right, okay.
So it ain't as good as
don't
you
watch
think.
it, no?
No.
Shit.
a good
Okay.
80% of it was waffle.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
He just,
just
he
knows-
just spoke,
yeah.
and then by that point you forgot what the question was. and then moved on.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just waffle.
Waffle. Okay, waffling Boris. Yeah, we had enough of that, didn't we? Back in lockdown. Oh! Workwear.
Oh yeah, you wanted to bring that up
Yeah,
last
workwear,
week.
man. What workwear are you wearing at the moment? What workwear? What is the best workwear out there? Because there's so much of it out there at the moment, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? All the trousers with your Ulster pockets. You got your Snickers. You got your Dickies. Your.
I always used to wear just jeans,
Oh.
black jeans from Primark.
Oh dear. Oh
And if
dear.
I
oh-
needed shorts, I'd
oh
cut
dear,
'em.
oh dear. You've
What?
just said it all. What kind of tradesman you are by saying you wear jeans? That makes you a cowboy.
Why?
Because they wore jeans. All the cowboys wore jeans, didn't they?
Yeah, but why? No, I just found I didn't. It'd probably be handy to have all the pockets, but
I always wear work trousers.
go Primark, buy a pair of black jeans.
I don't like wearing
£7 quid.
jeans. That's how you done your knees in wearing jeans. Because I used to wear jeans in the old days, and then that's how we done the knees in because you had no pads in them. Even though I don't wear pads in my new ones that take pads. Forget to put them in.
I don't.
They're
think I
half expensive though, aren't they, work trousers?
Yeah, I wasn't in the job enough to like want to buy a pair of work trousers.
They're
I didn't-
expensive though, aren't they? They're
don't
really
know, I never
expensive.
bought a
It's
pair.
like some trousers, right? They're like 50, 60 quid for a set of work trousers. I think to myself, I wouldn't buy a pair of trousers going out for that much. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't even spend that on a drill. I mean, I had a Titan, didn't I?
No, that's what I mean. Like some of the workwear is dead expensive, and like I get my normal clothes
Hang
in
on a minute,
Primark.
what have you
know what
got
I
on?
mean? What have I
You
got?
wear jeans?
Yeah,
Oh, look, cowboy.
not to work, you donut.
You
What's
do
this
wear. Huh?
What's this then?
No, yeah, but I mean on the tools.
What do you wear to work? What trousers do you wear?
I wear like the
Oh, you do
holster.
have them.
Yeah. I wear all of that
All
stuff.
the gear.
No idea, but yeah, I wear all that stuff. I think I don't know. I think that's what most tradesmen wear that stuff now, don't they? It's all in screw fixes all over the place. Do you know what I mean? What is the best work gear? I'd like to know because I want to.
Would you wear a tool belt? If it was the right one,
Maybe.
or is it more of a sight thing?
Yeah, not for plumbing, general plumbing. I wouldn't.
I think if people made it a habit and get used to it, think, all right, this could be quite easy. Because if you have a pair of trousers with pockets,
I mean,
you can't get
electricians
everything
wear
in there.
them, don't they? They have like a tall belty type
Because
dress.
they don't need many tools.
They like dresses. What? Just saying. What? But yeah, I mean, if you're doing like servicing, thing is with servicing and that nowadays, isn't it? It's like it ain't just a service bag. Yeah, you've got you bringing your Hoover in, which they did in the old days, I suppose. But you know, you bring in your pump. You know, people are getting like jet washing things now. It's not a case of just bringing in one bag and going, "I'm here to fix the boiler." Just done. It's like more to it, isn't there?
Yeah, you're never going to get away with one bag or one tool.
No.
It depends what you're doing. Even if you're servicing a boiler
Yeah.
or doing a landlord check,
Yeah.
I suppose you get away with one bag. Yeah.
Unless you like made yourself look like Ghostbusters and you got out the Hoover and it like that.
What about the old school plumbers used to wear overalls, didn't they?
Oh, like boiler
Is
suits.
that more site work? though,
Boiler
wasn't
over suit. My dad used to have a pair. He used to wear overalls. Like mechanics wear overalls, didn't they? Because you're getting filthy under cars and all that all the time. But yeah, the old school boiler engineers used to wear like boiler suits, didn't they?
I don't think enough people wear gloves, especially when you're doing an install.
My
And you're
hands,
working
my
with
hands are
copper.
knackered. Right, I put my hands the other day on thingy. Right, it was on a video, and someone said, "Not being funny, man, but your
see that.
your fingers look bad. You might have cancer." I was like, "Yeah, is it drastic?" It is. And I thought to myself, it's because there's lines in them, right? Because my dad had bad nails, right? Because I don't know what from. I think it's a genetic thing, but they're just. This guy must have seen online that Katie Price got diagnosed with a skin cancer or something because she had like lines in her nails, black lines. I've been to doctors about this. He said that's an injury, yeah, but the lines, I don't know. It's obviously a lack
Well,
of.
you couldn't be that bad. You was a hand model at Fex.
yeah, I was a hand model at Fex. Yeah, thanks for
You
reminding
need
us
to
of
show
that
that photo up on the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I get the real one as well and just show it because they did use me one year.
All right.
Right,
That's our Halloween episode done.
scary, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! Who have we got on the show next week?
Well, who's coming up this Thursday?
Yeah, who's coming out this Thursday? Bex?
Dan.
Dan.
Dan. Are you sure? Oh yeah, it's Dan, isn't it? Yeah.
That was
Oh,
a
I'm
really
giving
good
away another one.
episode.
Oh yeah, yeah. We've had Big Foisey. If you
That
know,
is not just saying it either. That is.
if you know Big
one of the
Foisey
best.
on TikTok, he was superb on here. Come and check it out. It's an absolutely, I think, a brilliant episode. Really
Yeah.
did really enjoy that episode. Found out a lot about him, and me and him
been
just
through
made a
some
video. That's why I was late coming in. So like, so it was all good, all good. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening, and yeah, we'll see you next week. Well, Thursday. See you Thursday. Yeah.
All right, this has been another episode of Off the Job podcast.
Thanks for watching the show on YouTube or listening on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast and all other streaming platforms.
If it's your first time watching or not, make sure to subscribe below and follow us on all the big social media stuff like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
For our overtime show on Monday, send us in your stories and comments for it to be read out on the show. Send it in via email, direct message through our social media accounts or WhatsApp us on 07457 406 259.
And we'll see you on the next episode.